What up, people? Here we are, a couple days late, but think enough time to collect my thoughts on UFC 119. Bad fight, bad night, bad times were had by all. um, this was as unanticipated as this card was, as insignificant as a lot of fights were. I mean, it's still surprising that this managed to actually whew, be actually worse than advertised. I don't want to dog it too much, but this definitely turned out to be, despite the low expectations, it was still disappointing. Um, it had some, some exciting matchups on paper, but that is I think that's the danger of having, a card that's just built just for fights. Sometimes it can deliver like Rich Franklin versus Chuck Liddell or something, but sometimes it can turn into just a real disaster like this, where you have a whole bunch of low-level fighters, that aren't really in it for a title shot, but needing wins very badly. And then you see, stuff like this, like the Melvin Gillard versus um, Jeremy Stevens. In the first 5 seconds of that fight, Melvin Gillard got cracked real hard. Got dropped one good time, and then from the rest of the fight, he was afraid of getting hit again and stayed out of Jeremy's range. Um, then what happened? I think he got touched again. I don't know if he slipped or he got hit in the liver or whatever. But he just really seemed to be affected by Jeremy's power and really didn't try to engage much. And Jeremy kind of stayed real docile. Didn't really go for it. Both of them fought very careful. But the only two things I remember were those two punches. Yet somehow Melvin Gillard got a decision. Some people say he kind of outpointed him. I didn't even see the points. I don't think he did anything that Jeremy didn't do harder. And I don't see how he got that win. I think that was a total mugging right there. But like I said, it was just a bad fight ending with a bad decision. It's just a bad taste in your mouth altogether. That was just a real dud right there. Then you move on to Evan Dunham versus Sean Sherk. Let me say this. As critical as I am of wrestlers, and just decisions, I got to hand it to Sean Sherk. In that first round, he didn't get the better of him striking, but was able to shoot in, just give him some big, hard slamming takedowns, dropped the elbow, busted dude open. I think he decisively won that round. Um, like I said, it's like I have a problem when people just sit up there and just are content to hold position. I don't need an exciting fight all the time. Um, and I don't need a finish every fight. But what I do expect to see is a fight. And Sean Shark has always fought. I've never had a problem with any of his performances. Um, and he just really dominated in that first round. The second round, he still shot in for takedowns, but he was nowhere near as effective. I mean, they weren't slamming takedowns. He just took him down. I think he may have got him, but like almost every time he took him down, Evan Dunham, hooked on a guillotine and looked good, a good guillotine, not like one of those just got him in a headlock on the way down. But when things went to the ground, it was Evan Dunham doing the work. He was winning that fight. Then when they got up near the end of the round, he was just busting Sean Shark's chops. Um, then going into the third round, it was just an even more pronounced domination. As dominant as Sean Shark was in the first round, Evan Dunham was even more impressive in the third round. He was just kicking Sean Shark's ass. And in the second round, he did all the work. I mean, he got him in, he was choking him, he was out striking him. But because he landed on his butt in the second round, he lost this fight. There is the problem. This fight right there shows the problem right here. I'm sure you heard this a lot. Garrett, you need to hear more. Wrestling is not the problem. Wrestlers are not the problem. People who stall, people who stall specifically for that. But I'm not going to get into that too much, because that's not what Sean Shark did. He fought his heart out, just like Joe Rogan said. Good fight by Sean Shark. But he did not in any way, shape, or form win that fight. The judges gave him that fight because he put Evan Dunham on his butt and did nothing in the second round, despite almost getting choked, despite getting cracked in the stand-up, getting one single or just getting a couple takedowns, decided this fight, and that is a huge issue right there. So you had Melvin Guillard versus Jeremy Stephens, a bad fight and a bad decision. You had you know, Evan Dunham and Sean Sherk, a good fight with another just horrible robbery. Evan Dunham is a very good, very good fighter. That kid's very impressive. And for him to go out there and take on Sean Sherk, do like he did, I am very impressed by that kid's ability. Going against such a dominant wrestler, such an explosive guy, Sean Sherk, and getting the better of him, only to have this, only to have that, only to have a bogus loss on his record like this, just to get robbed by that. A lot of people say don't leave it to decision. I mean, there's nothing you can do. So, like I said, good fight, but a greater injustice than the one before it. Now, let's move on. You have Matt Serra versus Chris Lytle. This was the finals of the Ultimate Fighter finale on season 4, the comeback. This was a very good fight. I would have liked to see a little more ground action. I would like to see them, trade, jiu-jitsu, trade locks on the ground. But like I said, it was a very good stand-up fight, decent technical. They both went to the best of their technique. However, Chris Lytle's boxing was just far superior to Matt Serra's striking and power. He was able to roll with the shots, not eat the full power of Matt Serra's shots, but at the same time get him with the uppercut full power and just really hurt Matt Serra. Matt Serra did show a lot of heart and a lot of determination, not giving him an inch, even when Rock just going out there and throwing. That was a great slugfest. That is something I like. I like that because they both went out there and fought. They both swung like they mean it. They weren't going for points. They just went out there, bam, met in the middle. And that's what happened. I mean, that's the kind of fights you like seeing. That's probably one of the last times. People should really appreciate that fight, because with the rise in point fighting and and blankets and all this bullshit, that's probably one of the last great fights you'll see like that in a long time. That's something a lot of people should cherish right there. Forgive my sound of my voice or something. I just woke up, my tongue's all jacked up. Anyway, moving right along. Now, that was a good fight with a good decision. Good event right there. Two fighters who were really looking hot right there. No, not Matt Serra so much, because it was a one-fight winning streak, but like I said, moving on to the co-main event. Ryan Bader versus Antonio Rogerio Nogueira. I don't know. It's a fight I scored very close. I don't think it was 30-27 all around. But it's another thing. People disregard everything for one takedown or two. I think he won. You could say Ryan Bader won the first round because he took him down and started punching him. Even though he got cracked real good at the beginning. Then in the second and third rounds or something, like I said, in the third round, it looked like Nogueira was just really getting to him. Then he just, but Ryan just, shot a few desperate shots, got him down for a second or something, despite getting stuffed all these times. And there's the fight. I don't see how that's right. I'm not one guy just to argue about points or this, that, 30-27. You lost, whatever. However, this trend is just annoying. And as for the main event, I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you later.